That's a Shame is brought to you by the people who support us over at patreon.com/shamecity.
If you have $1,
$2.
$1 to spare, join us again at patreon.com/shamecity. Please.
Look for the bare necessities, the simple bare necessities.
Hello and welcome to episode 136 of That's a Shame. I'm Isaac, and joining me just over there, sitting resplendent on a sofa of content, it's not that horrid robot guy from last week.
Hello, it's Charles.
Instead, it's Declan Delane, human man.
That's me, human man. That's
Very
on
little
my,
robotic about you.
That was my Tinder bio back in the day.
Nice.
Human man.
Must have done you proud,
Oh,
son.
yes.
Do you have any like robotic implants or anything interesting like that? Any splints? Any
Nothing.
pins? Any fillings? Now that's
No.
where the God, no fillings.
No, none.
Look at that's a big mood for 2019. Dental hygiene, something we can all carry with us.
No
into the
fillings,
new
but
millennium.
lots of blood on the old gums.
Oh.
So it's a big trade-off, you know.
Yeah, everyone's got blood on the gums.
One
don't
or the
they?
other.
I
Blood
don't-
in them, certainly.
I don't believe that anyone.
The gum is just a big mouth bag of blood.
Yeah, that is pierced by the slightest brushing.
I've got a story that will make you sick.
Okay,
And it's from this week,
go on.
as in the time, not
Yep.
like the show.
Uh-huh.
I was brushing my teeth
Yeah. Da 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 da.
when suddenly I felt. What I felt was
Yeah.
a sort of like hair on the tongue. And I was like,
My hair on the tongue.
And then I felt another. And then another.
Becoming a werewolf.
And then I pulled out, and one of the cluster of
Yeah.
bristles had just all fallen out
a
and
whole cluster dislodged,
was just in my mouth.
all separate.
Yeah.
Like you'd crunch down on a big spider
Like
nest.
on like pine needles or something.
horrid.
Oh,
What did
it
you
was-
do? Did you have to do like lots of?
I did a lot of like spit gag, the old spit gag
spagging.
into the. I think you're gonna have to edit that out. That's
what
gotta be
it's called.
offensive to someone.
Sorry, them's the facts.
So there I was, spagging away into the sink.
Bagging myself silly, bristles asunder. That's
Yeah,
horrid.
but then I was like, oh, fucking hell! Like, sort of cleaned it out and gave it a little brush so that brushed the brush.
Yeah,
Who
yeah.
will brush the brushes?
It's you.
Classic problem.
Turns out it's you.
So made sure they were gone. The next day, it only happened again with the
going
next
on
cluster,
there?
and the day after, one more. But each day, only exactly one
That's
cluster.
like I've got another of those things from my past where
Oh dear! Another of your abuses.
No. Where you latch on to an idea as a child that seems like it's going to take up a lot of your adult life. One of several, is arsenic poisoning. And if you're slowly poisoning someone with arsenic
right.
over a great period of time, hair loss happens. And I can't remember what it was in. It was probably the same episode as old Zola in the cupboard.
Oh, yeah.
No, I think it was a Poirot or something. I remember this like very unnecessarily dramatized image of a man who is suddenly realizing that his wife's been trying to kill him for like 3 months and is almost there. And he's like reaching up and brushed his hair and it all just came off. But it was very low budget effect. So it was clearly like,
no.
it was like his whole wig come off in his hand. And he was just gazing at his own hairy future death.
So what I think is that each cluster of bristles is like number of days I've got left.
Well, I was thinking you were poisoning your toothbrush with horrid poisonous teeth.
Well, then I would only have a few days left.
No, because maybe it's a poison that you're already immune to.
Oh, perfect. That's
Yeah.
my favourite kind, personally.
Oh, high five on that. We've got one hell of a show today. And I know that because I've been labouring away.
Because you haven't been involved.
Hey, and there's no Robo Boys. No, I've been, you know me. You know me, don't you guys?
all over the
Very busy. I've been flitting about hither and thither, partaking in the arts as I want to do. Culture.
Being the last customer of the day at Taco Bell.
Oh, that was a big achievement for me. Yeah, I got to experience a new member of staff recycling the exact same chat they'd used on the person just in front of me, as if I wasn't there.
That's
and
very
hadn't
good. I do like that.
It was good because it gave me time to prepare my responses to, oh, you're very lucky. We're shutting in 1 minute. I was like, oh, I bet I am.
Oh,
well,
wow.
I only live down there.
Yeah.
It was great. We had a great moment, and a great burrito was born out of it as well.
Beautiful.
So, Declan, the content ball has been in your court very much this week, and I know that's something you're proud of. It's something that you enjoy, a challenge that you relish, with both incisors. Maybe you only have 2, maybe you have 4, dripping with anticipation to just bite into the jugular and let it just spray out the arterial blood that is idea juice.
With the force behind it.
Seeping out.
None of this blub, blub. None of this fucking vein biting where it just sort of dribbles out, pathetic and dark.
Sad to watch.
We're talking bright red, big, pulsing spurts.
I'm talking Call Dexter, because he's got a field day ahead of him. And I haven't even seen that show, so I appreciate that reference.
All over the cream walls and white ceilings of this here flat.
What have you got for us?
Well, I've been doing a bit of thinking while you've been out jollying it up, having a good time.
Yep.
I've been sat here thinking about our future.
I'm glad one of us is.
Because
my approach is as cavalier as it is non-existent.
Who'd have guessed? It's the 18th of March today.
Yeah, I'm aware.
We've just ticked over into it, meaning that there are but 11 days left until we were supposed to leave the European Union.
Oof!
As a nation.
Goodness.
The old Brexit. Now, it's being delayed somewhat, but not all that much.
No, not as much as you'd think.
And not all that well.
No, not as well as you'd hope.
So what I'm thinking is, given that, were it not for maybe 3 votes the wrong way, we may well have been thinking about having to be warriors, really, in the civil wars to come.
Oh, I didn't know that was on.
And in the big wasteland, you know, like Breadline Britain.
Oh, you mean Burnt Oak?
This is going to be sort of close, but imagine if the whole country was just burnt.
Well, I can't imagine that. I'm sorry.
Terrible.
I'm afraid that's too sorry to picture.
Too terrible.
So what you're saying is in the kind of Mad Max post-apocalyptic Brexit wastelands, are we going to emerge as kind of warrior princes, warrior kings?
I was thinking about this, but I don't think it would be a good look for us because we've always espoused non-violence, or we tried to, pacifism.
Yeah.
We're about the words. But I honestly, looking at the fucking state of the place now, I certainly think after any kind of war, there's going to be no room for bards.
Oh, really?
So we can't just...
Someone's got to play the piano.
We can't use that as a fallback. No, because there won't be any, because we'll be blown up.
Yeah, no, that's true. We'll ship them back off to music.
So what I'm thinking, what is the most timeless profession that we could take part in?
Prostitution.
Exactly. That's why I added that we could take part. No, Isaac.
I'm not saying we should.
No, Isaac, I'm saying that we could not.
Oh.
Not sustainably. Right, that could be, a little side folly if we like, but not a sort of source of income.
You're saying the second oldest profession.
Yeah.
It's being a martyr in Jesus's righteous army.
No, because that's probably more of a hobby.
I don't think you should be saying things like that.
No, it's a great spiritual venture.
Absolutely.
It doesn't pay the...
You don't have to tell me because I know it's...
Well, I know, but it doesn't pay the post-apocalyptic bills.
Right, but you don't need to pay them because
of which there will be many.
In heaven.
No, there'll be even more. But while we're here...
Okay.
He's not big about intervening.
The here and now.
I mean, we left it until the very last minute with the old tax returns, and I didn't see God's hand anywhere intervening in mine. No.
Oh.
If anything, the opposite for you, because you got a big threatening letter asking you for even more from years really beforehand.
Really
so
good.
I'm thinking maybe that's great for the afterlife, but we've got to think about ourselves in the here and now.
We've got to be practical. We've got to be...
It's something that uses our ability to improvise. Something that uses our ability with words.
Right.
Our fantastic personalities, if I say so myself.
Thank you.
Our relatability, our friendliness. And it is, of course, the one... the one true way of making an honest living in this world and the next, and it's salesmanship.
Oh, selling. That ancient art from Leland Gaunt to Declan Delane. Everyone's
the greats on everyone's tongue.
The death of her. He wasn't a great salesman in some ways, but in other ways, very talented.
So what I was thinking, though, is that sadly, there's not going to be a lot of good things to sell. And there certainly aren't at the moment. So what we need to anyone can sell good things.
Yeah.
Needful
things.
I could come up to you and be like, hey, Isaac, do you fancy even more seats to go and see company?
Oh, yes,
Bite my
please.
hand off.
Oh, go for it.
But if I was like, hey, Isaac, fancy a kidney stone?
I would not. I'd pass on that respectfully, but firmly.
Exactly.
Not for me. No thanks.
But
no
this
how.
is the thing. In the post-apocalyptic world, you're going to have to sell the kidney stones to people.
I don't know how we'll do that.
Exactly. And that's why this episode is all about practicing.
Okay, so we're going to
This is
grow our
what we
own kidney
call
stones
A one
outside
cup,
a person,
a 1 cup feature.
and that's why we're going to be.
No, the kidney
gestating
stones
them.
was just an example.
I've latched onto it big time.
You have, and I'm afraid that all that effort is in vain.
Damn.
So what I've got here is a cup of.
Which one have you chosen?
It's the yellow.
Old Yellow Cup.
Yeah,
Old Faithful.
You
I call
could see that. Was that just for the listeners?
It was for
that
the
you-
listeners,
okay,
yeah.
good,
No, I can't perceive
You were just
colour.
I was just worried. So what I've got here is a cup of 10 features. So we've got not features, 10 things that we might have to sell.
Okay.
And these are probably not things we'd have to sell in the afterworld. As it will
Is that what they're going to be calling
Yes,
it?
we
That's
call it the
really
afterworld.
catchy.
But these are things that are kind of equal horror now that, you know, we're going to have to try and sell to people.
So we're going to get our eye in with
Yeah.
the whole kind of you don't want this, but you're going to want it.
Yeah.
Product vibe.
Exactly.
Just so that when it happens, we are prepared.
And what I'm going to say, you know, is that there's a customer out there for anything.
That's what I've heard. Yeah.
But I'm thinking that in the afterworld, we're going to want to keep quite tight circles with good people still.
Yeah.
Because if for instance, should we go back to the EU and people sort of go, well, we didn't have sovereignty, obviously.
Well,
we
no,
didn't.
yeah,
We didn't.
of
Yeah,
course.
exactly. But we did have things like EpiPens. Maybe we should go back and then just see if we can just be all right there again. So if that did happen, you wouldn't want them to come back and, like, you know, Juncker turns up at the border and he has a look over and we're fraternising with the old.
So we need
Crips.
to be in good company so that if anything should happen, we're in the right place at the right time.
Exactly.
To make a break.
So you've got to keep that in mind when you're trying to sell these products. You can't just be selling them to any old arsehole.
Tom, Dick, or Harry.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're trying to sell this to a good man. And so what I figure is we're going to do this through a bit of role play.
Okay,
So-
I've done those before.
We'll go back and forth. It's the alternating.
Yep.
That's how we like to do it.
We invented that,
Of course we did.
I believe.
And so the person who picks the item will be the salesman, obviously, and the other person will be the customer waiting to buy.
Okay.
So I'll go first.
You're gonna be Mr.
I'm going to go
Salesman.
first. Mr. Salesman
Okay,
first.
now who am I?
You are a decent chap.
Okay.
And you've come to my little store. I've got like a little shack
Okay.
that I've built.
And
You don't know what you want, but you've finally got a little bit of cash in your pocket. Well, not cash, obviously, like animal skins to trade.
okay.
But you just fancy a treat, and you're like, "What have you got?"
And how sort of hungry would I be?
Don't worry about that.
How tall?
Very,
Very tall.
Too.
Okay, too tall.
Too tall.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me just try and physicalize that a little bit.
Now, what I've pulled out here
Hello,
is
shopkeep.
no. You sound like you. I'm afraid. I should have said that. Sorry, you're obscenely
Oh,
tall, but
this
you just
time I
sound like
sound
you.
like
Yeah.
me. Okay,
Or-
so
yeah.
I'll keep an array of characters available
So
to just dip into.
So you've come to the store.
Ding dong!
Oh, we don't have
No
a bell.
bells in the afterlife.
We don't have a bell.
That's my bad.
Afterworld.
It's whatever we call it. Yeah.
Okay. So just sort of shuffle up. Oh, yes, madam.
Hello, I'm a customer. I noticed amidst the vast and empty, barren wastes of Colindale, where it's nice of you to have stayed,
That's all right.
your one shop a beacon of commerce amongst a frankly Stalinist wreck. It's nice to see someone that still respects the value of Adam Smith's pound.
Well, it's the free market,
Thank you.
and not free in terms of you don't
get
have to
anything
pay.
for free. No,
but
because
it's just free because.
well, I don't want handouts.
I just know.
You're not- you
obviously,
don't look-
Of
I'm
course
not a welfare queen.
No, I charge extortion.
Good.
values
Well, I wanna be charged
for
a
this
lot.
shit.
Thank you.
Frankly.
Well, that's respect.
Exactly. So, what are you here? Did we just
I'm-
pop in for a chat, or
I'll be honest, no, I'm not a big chatter. I'm a man of few words and even fewer memories. So when it comes
Wow.
to thinking about what I need, it's a challenge.
Okay.
And for that reason, I'm kind of open to be
Well.
wooed.
You're not the first person to come in here with the old memory problem. That's probably the gases from
Yes,
from
the
old
after
chemtrails.
gas.
The old chemtrails, which have really ramped up since the end.
Well, they would have done.
Exactly.
Yeah, it stands to reason.
You're not the first gentleman to come in here with that problem.
I can
And,
imagine.
you know, for me, it's a matter of relearning our history. Okay. Lots of people have forgotten how we got here.
I have.
And the real pride that we have in what we've created here, which is sovereign Britain.
Okay, well, yeah.
And you'll agree, of course, that it's a success.
Well,
And
it's
so what
something.
you want to know is who were our forebears who brought us to this veritable Valhalla? And that's why what I have here for you is a big stack of the Daily Mail.
Ah, a big stack.
Yeah, big stack
Now
of the
don't
Daily
fuck around with me, boy. Can I call you boy?
Mail. Of course you may.
Thank you.
Nay, must.
I shall, boy. How big are we talking? That's going to be my first question because I'm not one to mince words.
Well, assuming that folded over, a single edition is 2 centimetres thick,
yeah, and the moon is only 8,000 million miles away.
then we've got enough for 3 metres worth of pile.
Very good. That's weird because I've got a 3-meter gap in my bedsit.
Don't worry even about that, because what I've done is I've broken it down into 3 handier 1 metre slats.
I will be restacking them, but I
That's
appreciate
all right.
the sentiment.
That's absolutely fine.
I like to have something to climb.
Not many people have that sort of roof space here in the afterworld. You must have
can I
found
say?
yourself a nice pad.
Very tall, very thin,
Oh, like
very
it.
lonely.
So,
That's a story for another time.
oh, okay, sorry.
I needn't trouble you with my burdens.
No, good, because I...
No more than you ought trouble me with mine.
I
but
don't
if
want
you
to hear
want
it.
to off...
No,
unload,
I have none.
I
because
see behind your eyes the same fear that would take the heart of me.
No, those are corneas.
Okay,
Uh,
my
sorry.
bad.
So, what you might not know about the Daily Mail...
Well, I don't know anything
is,
about it.
Well, it was the paper of record.
The one that everyone... It was the place to be seen and see.
Because I don't know, this may be a foreign phrase to you,
Mm-hmm.
but in the before world...
I don't like foreign things, by the way. I should
No.
just point out.
Oh,
Far be
park
it from
that
you.
for a
Okay,
moment,
okay.
because boy, have I got news for
Oh,
you.
okay.
But in the before world,
Yeah.
right in the sort of moments leading up to the end,
Mm.
there was a big problem with what they called the fake news.
The fake...
The fake news. So news being reporting on the world,
Oh, yeah.
before world, obviously.
Yeah, I remember that.
And what it was the Daily Mail was the only place, it was the last bastion of not fake news, of real news.
Okay.
Real honest news that
for real
wasn't
honest
made up.
boys.
It wasn't made up, and it wasn't racist.
What? That's weird that you'd clarify that. Like, I wouldn't have thought.
Sorry, no, obviously you wouldn't. You're a discerning, intelligent gentleman. I can see
Well, I'm a
that.
racist.
Probably
Yeah.
here in the afterworld.
Yeah, we all
It's
are.
the only way you get by.
Yeah, absolutely.
But there were a lot of people, bad faith fearmongers, who cucks. We sometimes used to
Sneaky
say.
whites.
The sneaky white
bunch of whites.
snowflake people.
Yeah.
The
them.
snow persons,
Absolutely.
as they made us call them. Couldn't say snowman anymore.
God, you can't say Christmas any day.
They. Sorry, what was that you said? Was that a
Don't
slur?
worry about it.
Okay, good. They would say, point at the headline, they would say something along the lines of jihadi baby dies.
Whoa.
And they go, that's racist. And you go, no, because it was the
Can't
son.
be racist against a baby. That's simple.
Exactly. And it was the son of a big ISIS
Uh,
who'd always been that way.
Yeah.
And that wasn't any fault of theirs. Well, sorry,
no,
it was
it
only
was.
the fault of
Yeah,
theirs.
yeah,
It wasn't the fault of anyone else who'd maybe groomed them
No.
and stolen them away and kind of really just brainwashed and indoctrinated them into a sort of hateful ideology that they were trying to move away from.
nah.
No, it wasn't anything like that. They
And the
chose
Daily
to
Mail-
be. They chose to be, and obviously their baby had the jihadi genes, as we called them.
Oh, I've not heard about
Well,
those.
obviously, and then
JGs.
it died, and people were like, "Oh, bit racist," but thankfully,
The stalwarts.
the heroes over at the Daily Mail, they knew better.
How much are you charging?
I'm going to say 4 skins.
Foreskins.
No,
How many are we
four
talking?
skins.
I've got a stack of them
We're
back at the tall shack.
You get back as many as you can carry. 2
What are you
fistfuls
saying? A
of
necklace,
foreskins.
a bracelet,
Yeah.
anything goes.
I tell you what, it's going to be 1 jewel per meter of stack. So 3 jewels total. Or I'll take a can of beans.
Store credit.
You want a tab here?
Yeah.
Here at
I
the
see I'll be coming back
You'll
a
be
lot.
coming back soon.
To old man Delaney's
Consider
hell
it
shack.
yours, sir.
Handshake done. Scene.
Wow.
Great work. I love some of the improv that you brought to it. For me, it got a bit preachy. Now that's I'm doing a praise sandwich, so let me finish.
Okay.
Sorry, no, it's
That
a
was
sandwich
it.
that doesn't have any good bread.
It was just a big criticism salami
I
thrown
gave you
on
the
floor.
opening that was good.
Okay.
And then the sandwich did bottom out because once it got into, I was sensing a kind of like a left wing evangelism just creaking through those little cracks, and it made me sick
Oh, sorry.
because you juxtaposed it against Britain's favourite establishment, the Daily Mail, and
racism. The Daily Mail, sorry.
so to be talking about that in kind of lofty
Right,
terms and
yeah.
then be hit me with this snowflake stuff like that 1-2 punch, it wasn't.
Sorry, that's my bad. I'll try and
Just try and
keep
rein
that.
it in.
Yeah.
Because you can't put yourself in every character.
No, obviously.
Obviously, and physically you can because you're not.
Otherwise, it would be weird because
Well-
the voice would be coming from nowhere.
And exactly, and like, what would your skin be doing while the
It
character's
would be
skin was
flopped
crawling
all
in?
over.
Like in Avatar. Yeah, and no one liked that, and no one wants to see any more of them.
Thankfully, that's it.
Okay,
Your turn.
I'm going to shake up the cup.
That's
good
a
and
good
proper.
idea.
I hope there's no weird ones in here. I really do.
None.
Okay. I've picked out one that felt right, and I can't tell you why. I found £20 on the floor today.
You lucky
I put it
bastard.
straight on raffle tickets. Okay, so for this piece, we're going to get back into character, of course.
Okay.
Not yet. Sorry, just undo that. Wow, that was horrid to witness. I think we're going to have to mix it up, though. They're going to have to be very different characters to last
Okay.
time. So maybe, I don't know, you do any accents. I'm thinking like an
Edwin.
obscure accent. No, not so much
No?
Edwin.
That's pretty obscure.
It's obscure, but it's not necessarily right for the part.
Okay.
I just worry about your ability to keep it up in light of some serious issues that will come of this discussion,
Right.
of this role play. You think of yours, I'll think of mine, and then on the count of 3, we need to inhabit them. Okay?
Okay.
Tell me when you're ready. Just internalize that for a moment.
I'm here.
Okay. Ready, steady. I said the count of 3. That's on me.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Croydon.
Ding dong! Enter. Enter, dear. Oh, quite a face on you.
Thank you, madam.
Loose teeth. Lovely to see.
One for each day of the week.
Let's give him a flick.
No.
Come over
no,
here. Let me tap
no,
the tooth.
No, I'll lose my line.
Tap, tap, tap. Lovely. Not as secure as you might like, but not as loose either. A certain sour spot of gummy. Sorry, I was about to swear. It's not becoming of someone of my status. Welcome to my humble,
Sorry,
yet impressive abode. Don't talk.
Sorry, I was just here to use the loo.
We have no such things here.
Do you mind if I just piss on the doorstop outside then?
Knock yourself out.
I'll be back.
Okay. Time passes. Quite done, are you?
Oh, quite the doorstop.
Better out than in, I always say. Proper gunked up in there. You've got a urethra like a backed up drain pipe. You big sandy creep. Now get in here to Madame Leota's shop of horrors.
It's all the rodents.
The
The rodents.
crawling up inside you.
No, go the other end. The other end.
Oh, the arse. Yes. Yes, of course. So, what brings you to my delightful shop of wonders?
Well, you see, I've got a little bit of cash.
And how did you come about it, may I?
Sorry, not cash.
Uh-huh.
Skulls.
What? One and the same here.
Yes. Don't ask me how.
I will.
Don't.
I won't.
Good. But I've got them, and frankly, I need to shift them
Okay.
because
They're not...
they're after me.
Right, they're not going to be after me if you
No.
shift them.
Don't
this
you
way.
worry. No. It's very much linked to me. But if I could get rid of them, that'd be fantastic. But obviously, they're worth a lot.
Are they sort of
Oh,
good skulls? You'll have to forgive me here.
made of bone.
Well, I assume so. We don't get a lot of skull trade, mostly Bitcoin, in fact. What separates the good skulls, as I'm sure yours are, from the merely mediocre?
Really just the shape. Very round.
Phrenology vibes.
And now this cannot be underestimated.
Yeah.
They're very...
Oh, you've got a palsy in your mouth there. Out with it. Sorry about that.
Sorry. They're very sexy.
A sexy skull. Okay. That's good to know.
So they're very, very valuable.
Excellent.
But I don't want to just throw them away. So I'm looking for something from your wonderful carnival.
Of delights.
Your menagerie.
Of delights.
Your emporium.
Of delights.
If you must.
Yeah. Well, I will. And I have.
What have you got
What have
on
I
the
got?
specials board today?
First of all, let me just preface my offer by saying that anyone, skull bearing or otherwise, would be lucky to walk away with even the most meagre of items from my cavern of treasures, of delights. But you've caught me on a good day, and that's rare these days. Ever since the rot set in the old knees, wasn't a
Tell
joke.
me about it.
Yes, no, I was going to, but I rather feel belittled
Tell
by
me
your laughter.
more
No, it's
about
fine.
it.
Ever since the health that I've taken for granted all these years in the afterlands has begun to wilt, like my youth, gushing out from between my paltry thighs, I've been at a crossroads really in my life, and I've seen that either I can pursue a path of peace, of putting pay to any final outstanding debts, both monetary and emotional, moral, spiritual, or, and this is where I'm leaning at the moment, I can set up a big shop and sell fine gentlemen like yourself a big pile of famine. I see a glint in your eye there.
Tell me a little about... I remember this from the before world.
Yes, of course.
I'll be honest, in my meagre recollection,
Well, your head looks riddled with the brainworm.
it's also very small,
Of course.
as you will have noticed.
I didn't like
compared
to
to the
mention.
rest of my corpulent frame.
How do you maintain that kind of like head exercise?
Don't you worry.
Okay,
But it is a curse.
nice.
I don't have many positive connotations with the old famine. Now, don't get me wrong. I am intrigued.
Well, as you ought to
And
be.
also, as I mentioned before, very desperate to get
Aroused.
rid of this by the skulls. But very desperate, so I could be tempted. But
Okay.
tell me more about this famine.
Famine, you're not wrong, sir. Can I call you sir?
No,
Okay, you're not wrong, Mr.
Roger.
Roger. Oh, I think we've met before, and I didn't enjoy it the last time, as I recall.
You loved that Heath boy.
Oh dear. You're right to have attached, even in your failing cranium, this general sense of malfeasance surrounding the word famine. Ordinarily, I wouldn't be offering this to a new customer. This is like a third date kind of offering.
Are you looking for a romantic?
I'm not. Let's park that for now. Anyway, famine.
I'm looking for a romantic partner.
That vibe was screaming off you.
You wouldn't believe the things this tiny head can think
Oh, I thought you were going to say
and
fit in.
do.
Oh, well, isn't that something?
We'll come back to it.
We won't. We absolutely won't. I've pressed the silent alarm under the counter. But in the time that we have remaining to us, let me just hit you with this fact. Famine, it's very good. Give me a reaction. Gut check on that.
Confused, but most importantly,
Yeah.
gagging for more.
Interest peaked. Absolutely. So when I use the term very good, I use it advisedly because some things are good. I'm thinking disease, outbreaks of insolence in small children. That's good, isn't it? Because it's a rebellion against
Cannot get
authority.
enough.
Yeah, let's leave that
Cannot
firmly
get enough.
to the side over there with the skull.
Fill me up with it.
Oh no, famine. However, it's one category above those, and it's in the very good. Purely because, and you'll understand this, you're a man who has a head for numbers. I can see that already. You probably can count even.
At
Yeah?
least.
Good.
At least.
Glad to hear it. Famine is widespread. Famine is effective. Famine is everywhere.
Well, it's for this reason that I don't know if I need to be spending my skulls on it, because as far as I can see, there's already a lot of that. All over the. So what am I gonna do?
It's a
Does
good
it come in like a
question.
bottle? Could I save it up until there's more food, and then I could just let it?
Unleash it like a plague of locusts.
Exactly.
Thank you for asking. No, you can't. But what you can do with famine is only as much or as little as your imagination allows. And let me just walk you through what my imagination allows. You're amongst it, out there in the waste fields, living it up the only way you know how, which I
Humping.
assume, well, I was going to say I assume is
Humping left, right, and centre.
okay.
Anything
Interesting.
I find.
And that's, of course, going to require a certain amount of energy in the form of calorific intake.
Rodents.
Well, it doesn't have to be rodents necessarily. Or does it? It does have to be rodents. That's my mistake. To each their own. Proclivities such as, a fetish for rodent flesh is not something we'll be dwelling on in my judgment-free safe space. And when I use the term safe space, I'm not talking, cuck city. No, just wanted to be clear. With the power of famine, Mr. Roger, you have in your hands, actually it doesn't come in a kind of,
I don't have hands.
okay, well that's again my mistake. You have in your pouch, which is expertly carved into that excess flab.
Which one?
Oh, I bet. Well, whichever one happens to be empty and free of scuttling at the time, you have in that pouch the propensity, the ability, the potential to unleash a kind of naked and flagrant chaos, the likes of which I can only imagine will have you tumescent as one of those noodles that we used to use in the pool back in the old days, which is to say not very. There's a certain rigidity there. It's enough to get
If
the
you
job
got one
done
of the new ones.
before one of the less able swimming kids had bent it with
Less
their elbow
able,
heft.
but more large. I'll give you 10 skulls.
It's a deal. Put it there. Oh, you've got no hands.
Touch me tiny head.
Now, notes again. I hated. That was it.
Good.
That was the note.
Good. That's what I was
Any
going
notes for me? Probably not. Let's move on.
You slid very snakily straight out of character in the first second.
It's interesting that you noticed that because subtextually my character was a trickster.
Flake.
A trickster god, demon,
right.
who appears in exactly the most appropriate way to sell whatever item they have. And it just happened coincidentally to be me.
So I've picked out a new one.
Okay.
And this one, I'm going to give you a bit of the setup.
Okay.
Right.
Hit me with it.
In the afterworld, there's not the public services that we're used to. And so getting around is a bit tricky.
Okay. I can imagine that.
Exactly. And so you're someone who's looking to try and get to your relatives who live quite a way away. And I know that's something
I
to which you
wouldn't
can
be.
relate so that you'll be able to put that into your character.
Okay.
And you've come to me, to my little,
Transport shop.
and you're looking for a way to get there.
Uncle Billy's Transport Village.
Okay.
Okay. And I am
You're a little
looking to
girl.
I'm a little girl who needs to travel to her relative's house for
In the uplands.
in the green hearty uplands.
Yes.
Okay. Ding dong. Hello, mister.
Come right in.
Gee,
right in.
Thanks.
What a
old hag.
what a small one you are. What can
Thank you.
What can I do for you?
I need to visit my lovely aunt in the uplands.
You still got an aunt.
As far as I know, last time I checked.
Inspirational in this day and age.
Thank Thank you. I don't know what you mean.
And what are you able to drive? You look rather small.
Not legally.
Oh, don't worry about the law. The law
won't.
has no jurisdiction here.
Don't look at me like that, please. I can drive, I suppose, as long as it's automatic.
Oh no, nothing is these days. Nothing is these
fuck.
days. How far away?
Oh, fuck.
How far away into the old uplands? Quite the sewer you've got on you there.
I've never sworn before. Just thought I'd try it out.
Well, now that you're unnatural.
Thank you.
Now, how far away in the uplands are we talking? Because
Half.
oh, that's too far to cycle.
Quarter.
Much too. Well, which is it, you dumb bitch?
I was never very good at distance.
Okay. Do you know the address? You don't.
It's near the big ape.
Oh, near the big ape. Oh, why didn't you say?
I didn't want you to know
I have
where
just-
she lived or where
Don't you
I'd
worry,
be.
I will nonetheless. Now, let me pitch to you this.
Okay.
Back in the Beforeland, you will remember that there were
I wasn't
services. Oh, let me paint a merry picture for you. There were services available to people like you
Okay.
and me and others. Pretty much anyone.
Bet there were.
And these services would, in any manner of vehicular form, arrive to where you were and then take you to where you wanted to be for a fee. The Tuxicums, we called them the Tuxicums. Oh,
Sorry
goodness.
about that.
For a moment there, I thought you'd become a horse.
Happens sometimes. Got bit by a ruddy great bastard horse. Punched its eyes back in its skull.
That's the only way you can deal with them, like hitting a shark on the nose.
Licking a spider's web.
Now. Sorry, who are you?
I'm the...
Sorry, yes,
Transport
the
girl.
horse. Now, we have a service that came about just before the end, but has managed to continue.
Is it via van?
How did you know? It is via van. You're savvier than you look, madam.
I just read it on that big sign over your shoulder that says we only
We
sell
have via van. It's good branding. Really gets
on
it
message,
across.
I'd say.
Now, this service is similar, but instead of picking you up where you are, it doesn't do that. And instead of dropping you where you want to be, it doesn't do that either.
I love being dropped where I don't want to be. That way lies adventure.
Who knows where you'll end up?
I've got a good sense. It's the grave.
You're a smart little one. Now, in order for this service to take you Big Ape adjacent, it will cost you a pretty penny.
I have a pretty penny right here in my sock.
Oh, yes. Pull the sock down.
I will be turning my back.
No need to pull it back up again.
There we go. Here it is.
Fantastic.
I'd rather you didn't touch the penny.
Drop it straight into the palm there. Oh, yes.
Almost
Now,
took my hand off, you great big fucking idiot.
nearly. Next time, maybe. Now, in order for you to be picked up, you'll have to hike 3 miles thither.
Which way's that?
Don't you worry. I'll take you. I'll take you.
No, please.
Get on my velocipede and we'll head there immediately.
Scene.
Wow.
Good. Now, I was deep in character there. So deep my throat hurts. And I don't know
Wow.
what was going on.
It's interesting because you were deep in character, but the character's voice was high. So
That's
kind
art,
of
isn't
like
it?
that's like yin and yang.
Yeah, that is exactly what it's like. Thank you for noticing.
Was that the only kind of Far Eastern vibe that you were trying to put into the character, or
Well, that's the thing. I don't try and put anything into the character. I see myself as kind of a vessel for
characters
the...
come through you?
Yeah, because you've got to seek refuge in the work and in the text.
I'd like to make it clear that that's not how I do it.
Would you do?
I don't. It's not putting myself into my characters.
I thought you meant it's not how you chat up little girls in shops.
No, well, I don't do that. See,
Okay.
that's how
So
good
it's
the
not how
acting
you-
was.
right, cool.
It's because I don't.
Because it was
I
very believable.
Don't do well. You know, I've done a masterclass or two from the old Kevin Spacey.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
So,
do you think they removed his? Did he have one of those masterclasses?
Yeah, pretty sure, yeah.
It must be gone, must it?
it must be gone. Imagine if it's like no one had paid for it and they watched it back and it was like
most
after
important thing
episode
to do
2, it was just how
Is
to pick
abuse
up
your
underage
power
men.
wherever possible. Yeah, that would be dark, wouldn't it?
It would be dark.
My go, is it?
It is, of course, Into the Cup of Miracles.
To the cup and down the deck. Oh, I shook one right out of it.
Wow.
Such was the power of my shaking, listeners, that I rendered it. Well, I'm not doing this one.
Oh, you've got to.
I'm not going to be doing that one.
You have to sell it. What is it?
Okay. This one's going to require a little moment of preparation on my part. I'm going
Okay.
to pause.
Listeners, he's left the room, muttering the phrase, I've got to go and get some costume. And I just want you to know from here on out that I am not safe and I am deeply, deeply frightened. Come in.
Oh,
Who goes there?
it is I, Sir Ian McKellen from the Wasteland. Here at last,
Mr. McKellen,
with my great big staff.
quite the mop you have.
It's not a mop, and I don't appreciate your tone. Young boy, I suppose you are a boy.
Sorry, old man.
Don't call me that.
You're doing a fair bit of wandering.
Yes. But I am. For wandering is the way.
Sorry,
of a man
sorry
such
to interrupt, sir.
Yes,
McKellen, was it?
it's Sir Ian McKellen.
Sir Ian McKellen. Sorry.
I used to be a very famous actor back in the day. That was before the theatre went to shit.
I'm just wondering, sir, why
Yes?
you have covered your face
Yes.
with a picture of the top half of your own body.
Thank you for asking, my boy. What did you say your name was? Whisper it into Ian's ear. Don't mind anything you might find lurking in there.
Bobbert.
Bobbert. A sturdy name for a sturdy man. I believe Bobbert was Malvolio's love interest in The Taming of the Merry Wives of something or other.
I
You will
don't
have
think
read
that's
it, I
right.
expect so, yes. Absolutely. Well, Bobbert, thank you for the question. I appreciate it a great deal. I forgot what it was, and so I shan't be answering it at this time.
Okay. Can I ask another then?
Yes?
Why are you wearing a Snoopy towel?
Needs must, young man, needs must.
Did you not have anything nicer left over from the before world?
Nice, sir.
Well, not that it's not nice, but just
You do me a disservice, Bobbert. You treat me like a common old fool. Fool of a took. That was a line from a film I was once in the before world.
yes, I
There was
didn't
a young
enjoy it.
dwarf, I believe his name was Took Boy. He was sitting at the edge of a well. He knocked a big sword, or something of that sort, down into the big goblin cave, where on Pon happened a boglin, larger than life. I stood there and I said, I'm the servant of the secret fire, wielder of the flame of Arnor. And I took my my staff.
Sorry, your
this.
mop. Did you
The
say?
dark fire will not avail you. Flame of Udun, you! And then the rest of the line will cost you. How many skulls have you? Have you on you?
I six skulls.
Absolutely. I'll do it for 3. Twice.
Okay.
I'll do it for 2, 3 times.
What about
I'll make you a deal. 6 times, 1 skull apiece.
what I was thinking was I hate you as you are
I'm
now.
sorry.
I hate you as you are now.
I see.
You are
I
an
see how it is.
abomination, even here in the afterworld.
Well,
The mop,
to each their own.
the big cardboard face.
How do I act so well?
What I
do is I pretend to be the wizard that I'm portraying in the film or play. You're confused. It's very simple.
If
I were to draw a graph,
if I
my
gave you
progress,
6 skulls,
there's a great big up and a great big down.
if I gave you 6 skulls,
Yes.
would you
Out with it.
just die?
Absolutely. I tell you what, I'll die twice for 3 apiece. Put it there.
Oh, here it
Scene.
is.
It was me all along.
Wow.
That's the power of
I was-
theatre.
I was wondering where you'd gone.
I disappeared into the character.
Now, I think that we took a bit of poetic license there because I really don't think Sirian would sell his own mortality so cheap.
You would be surprised. Because Ian and I, you may remember, we shook hands a few weeks ago now.
Right.
And when we shook hands, you know how in films a really cool character will transfer like a tip in a handshake? Let's try it now.
Oh, yeah.
Just like that sort
Papery
of
handshake you
papery
have there.
handshake. Now, it wasn't like that. There was no physical transference of goods or services, I hasten to add.
No.
But there was a spark, and that spark was the transference of knowledge down through the time, the generations.
Right.
And yeah, whatever I said, and look, I don't know what I said because it was not me. It
When
was
you listen
Sirian.
back, you're going to be so
Well, I'll be
impressed.
deleting all of it for
okay,
sure.
yeah.
But whatever came out of this vessel, that is the truth.
Wow.
And
Incredible.
I've shaken his hand to prove it.
That's good to know. I'm going to send him a little tweet.
Don't be
just so
doing
he's
that.
prepared.
Yeah. If he dies, it's nothing to do with me.
I'm going to give the big cup a shake, and then I'm going to delve into it,
Okay.
fingery,
Finger style.
and I'm going to pull one out that I was really hoping not to. But here goes nonetheless. This is another one where we need a small bit of setup.
Okay, do I need to pause?
No. It's nothing so cumbersome and horrific as your own setup. What I'm going to say is that you are playing a being, a person,
bee.
a person of your choosing. And what you're coming to me for is not goods. What you're coming to me for is
Financial services.
something to believe in.
Oh, okay, I like those.
You've lost your way.
Am I a zealot?
You've come to...
A
No,
would-be zealot.
I am.
Oh, okay.
And you've come to me for guidance, and I'm going to guide you. I'm going to show you the way
The truth
to ideological enlightenment.
and the light. Okay. Absolutely. Any like modifiers, any like, you know, in improv, they sometimes are
Yeah.
like, and we have to stand on one leg the whole time. And everyone's like, very good. See you next year, Edinburgh.
What I'm going to say, the modifier is no costumes.
That's a shame, but okay. Sure.
Just, spice it up. There was costume in the last one.
It was a good
And-
costume.
And whilst,
Maybe we'll tweet a picture.
whilst the listeners didn't get to see it,
Yeah.
I had to.
And you enjoyed every...
And
It's like, I suppose, when Sirian was in the Hobbit films and he was acting mostly against green screen. And he cried, he wept, Sirian, because he said, this is not what I signed up for as an actor. I'm all about bouncing off people. And that is, acting is reacting.
exactly. And
So when I gave you the Ian, I gave you the physical Ian.
yeah,
Very close to your face as well. at parts.
in it.
You could
at points.
hear his brain
Spittle raining down onto me.
trickling. Okay. So nothing like that.
No. Specifically.
Well, hello there, boy. That's a mighty fine shop you got yourself there, fella.
This is no shop, sir.
Oh, put it
This
there.
is a church.
I won't be doing that accent for long. A church.
Step into this house of belief.
Okay, well, it's not a house, so I'm just gonna have to pull you up on that one. It's more of a
It's my house.
more of a kind of umbrella in the
It
sand.
is my house.
Okay, so it's a metaphorical house.
It is my literal home.
You don't
this is
live
where I
here.
sleep. This is where I
Oh.
live.
Oh, I'm sorry.
This is where I be.
Okay, well, it's
And
lovely.
this is where I believe.
You're gonna leave
No.
to move somewhere else.
No, belief is in faith. You are a lost soul.
I'm sorry,
Even the
then.
very idea of belief
Well,
is foreign to
I've
you.
heard it's for suckers. I've read a lot of Sam Harris's work
Oh.
before the after shit.
Don't you worry. We can find
Uh-huh.
a happy home for you here. In fact, I
Mm.
think we're going to find a particularly resplendent home for you here.
Ooh, sounds like you're planning to kill me.
No, not at all. It's
not one of those
Not
sacrifice-
you.
Oh, not me.
No, not you.
Talk to me about this then. I'll tell you what, I'll be honest. I've just gone through a hideous breakup.
Mm-hmm.
Not so much a breakup as a drought, actually. That's just what
Right.
I've kind of taken it to mean. And,
One and t'other.
I mean, God, the whole village dead. Apart from me, because
It
I
will
was already
happen.
fat on God's clean water.
Oh, you'd taken in
And
the big wet sustenance.
yeah, and that that pushed me. It pushed what little faith I had as I fattened myself upon the teat of the cloud gods.
Yeah.
I felt my faith dehydrating, desiccating into a coconut ice husk.
Oh.
Because why would God choose me?
It's a
me,
classic- it's a classic
and let
story.
everyone else die. So I'm not saying I'm not open to it. There is a vacancy for belief.
Mm-hmm.
The parking spot marked belief. No cars in it at present. But it's going to be a tough sell because I'm a skeptic. I'm not afraid to say it.
What if I told you could believe in something that was real?
I'll be honest, that would turn me on in a huge way.
Well,
Visibly.
then you are in luck, sir.
I just want to
Because
stress that I'll be visibly aroused by it. If you want to tell me that.
don't you
now.
worry. Here under my
But if
umbrella.
you tell me it now, then that would help me get going sooner rather than later. So if you can just tell me,
all in good time.
you
all
know
in
how to
good
keep
time.
someone ticking along, Stan.
This is what we call zealous edging.
Ah, zedging.
Yes.
Sounds like a smash move. You got zedge guarded.
One of the main problems that many people who come here to my resplendent home,
Umbrella.
they struggle because the things that they're told to believe in are not tangible. They're not there in front of them. They can't see and there's no proof. But I have proof. And this is no God. It's better than that.
Wow, better than God.
Better than God. This is belief.
Big God.
This is the belief in a woman.
Ah,
A woman with a vision.
okay.
A woman with dreams. And
I
a
think
woman,
I might know.
a woman who is here.
Fuck.
No, not right here.
I was going to
Who's
say
here
because
all around us.
If anyone sneaks up on me, I've got an itchy trigger
That's
finger.
absolutely
I
fine.
will blow a fool off this wasteland. Soon as look at them, I'll kill you right now.
That's okay.
Okay.
Because she's all about defending those rights.
Okay,
Don't you
good.
worry. She won't step on your.
She's not
on
coming
your
for
toes
our-
there. No. I am, of course, telling you that what you must believe in here in the year 2023. In the year 2023.
Wow, God, that's soon. I mean, is what someone from 2019 would have said.
Is the campaign for Chelsea Clinton 2024.
Oh, I've heard that name before.
You will
I've heard whisperings of it in the very breeze between the, not leaves, those old corpse fingers that dangle and sort of jingle like an old bony wind chime.
Now, what do all great gods have in common?
They're all men.
Wrong.
Oh, okay.
I'm thinking of dynasty.
Ah, I haven't seen it yet.
It's about a family
Yeah, no, it's about
Passing-
a few families.
passing down knowledge,
I
but
think it's
mostly
I think there's a murder in it.
mostly passing on power.
Yeah.
And what Chelsea has,
Well, what
it's a
doesn't she
power nobody can rival.
Wow.
She's got the power of a president.
Whoa.
She's got the power of a not president.
Even worse.
And she's got the power within herself.
Uh-huh.
Now, some people are skeptical. They say, Chelsea,
Tell me who they are, I'll kill them.
I will.
Okay.
That's part of the message.
Oh, good,
but
good.
that's at the end.
Give me a map and all.
Some people say, Chelsea, you don't know shit.
About politics.
Yeah.
Or in everything.
Or anything, really.
Uh-huh.
They say, Chelsea, you're a bad faith Islamophobe.
Oh, why would they say that, though? That seems...
Just because she was.
Oh, okay, I suppose.
And they say,
Not in public, like not out loud.
no, yeah, like on film. And on her own Twitter, like that she did with the typing for herself with her own very rich thumbs.
Weird.
But park that.
Okay.
Some other people say, Chelsea, your parents are between them responsible for the deaths of thousands of people and the marginalisation of many millions more.
You're saying because of her emails?
Partly,
Mostly, probably.
also to do with just the fact that she doesn't really stand
Not
up
president for long
any
enough.
marginalised people.
But she was our abuela. So how do you kind of
No, but she
mesh
wasn't.
that with your vision?
No, that was wrong.
Oh,
Because she wasn't.
okay.
So there's a lot to say against Chelsea, but, and this may ring a bell, Okay, this may ring a bell. It's
I haven't had
it's
a
a line
bell
you've
ring in quite some time.
it's a line you've heard before, and it's something that I think supersedes all of those criticisms. It's her turn.
Is it?
It's her turn
Why
again.
didn't anyone tell me?
I know, and people haven't been listening, and you know they've been hurling all of these accusations at her, like you stirred up Islamophobia, and you
Just because she did. Like, that's not...
yeah, exactly.
That's no
And,
reason.
you know, your whole political ideology is empty and hollow and based around basically being rich and white and maintaining the status
And again,
quo.
just because the facts support it, it doesn't mean we have to follow it. Wake up.
Exactly.
Wake up.
Some people say she's not got the experience in any of the areas of government that you need to have
Don't make
in
me
order
laugh.
to hold such a role as president. But what those people are forgetting is that her surname is Clinton,
And therefore...
and she is very rich.
Yep. Well, it's all those cards that they sell.
Well, exactly.
Yeah.
And so, what I'm thinking here in the afterworld is that, you know, look around here. We need a hero.
Oh, we
And
absolutely
she,
do. And
a
it's...
hero, B.
Tell you what, how much are you asking? Because
Just one soul.
take it. Take it. I will Pokemon Go to
her
those polls. And scene.
I feel sick.
So how does it feel to be a big advocate for the definite one-day president, Chelsea Clinton?
Oh, I'm going to listen back to it when she is and then shoot myself.
Good order to
It's going to be
there.
good, yeah.
Look, I think we should leave it there. I think this is a feature that we've only begun to skim the surface of.
I'm afraid
Yeah?
there's got to be one more
Why has there?
because I've done
You
one more.
started... so it's my
And
turn.
I've finished it.
Okay.
Up.
What? Are you going to pick one out? Not from the cup.
Not from the cup.
Oh no, Declan's going to a special
you
zone.
worry.
Off he skitters behind me.
Now listen, listeners.
Yep. Do you want me to
there's
follow
one
follow
thing-
you around with a mic like a roving reporter?
If there's one thing
Yeah.
that we will need in the afterworld
Uh-huh.
more than any other,
Hit us with the truth.
it's love.
Is it?
And how best to find love?
Well,
How best to feel love in our hearts again when all is lost?
sex robots.
It's the arts.
Oh.
Then sex robots.
Yeah.
Don't you worry. A close second. Now, there are lots of arts.
Yeah, I can think of pottery,
And there are even more artists.
ceramics,
Because a lot of them don't make any art.
lace. That's an art.
Very well done.
Murano glass.
What I'm thinking is that,
Did I say pottery?
yes,
Okay, I'm out.
is that you want to share the arts. It's okay to go to the arts alone sometimes.
That's
but
what I
nice.
do.
Yeah, exactly. But it's nice sometimes to know that others have seen this too.
Uh-huh.
And so here, I've given you an easy one.
Okay.
Because, I mean, I've basically done the selling for you. So,
You're saying it's something that will sell itself is the sound of it.
exactly.
Like a self-working card trick.
It basically is that.
Hit me with it.
Here it is.
It's a very large pamphlet as well, this one. It's one big A4 sheet, all folded up. Wow. Have I got something? Welcome to my ticket
is this
booth.
the box office?
It's a box office.
Okay.
I like to consider it the box office, but not factually speaking.
Brilliant. I'm
You're
looking.
in for the theatre, are you? You look like a theatrical gent.
I'm just here. Look, I've got my wife,
Congratulations.
my small wife. She's small
in stature, not
in
age.
stature.
Right.
She's just.
Because there was a girl that went missing. She said that there was this whole story
Was that
about
the
her
one
going
by
to
the Big Ape?
Upland. Yeah, well, not by the Big Ape, as it turns out.
Was she not?
No, she was
Oh.
pretty sure she was killed.
Why? How do you know? I didn't see any. I didn't see.
I
it.
read it in the big news.
Oh, you read it in the Daily Mail. Have you been
I've
reading
still
that as
got
well?
a big stack of them.
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
Wow, it's a small world.
It is.
No, she's. Basically, I have a dwarf wife.
Look, that's fine. Congratulations.
So if you are going to sell me a ticket, I need more than one.
Yeah.
And preferably like front row.
Okay. I think it might be your lucky day.
Really?
Tell me, if you were to pick a day of the week
Right.
to enjoy,
Wednesday.
I haven't finished.
Hump day, they call it.
Yeah. That's obviously a bad one.
That's
because they
when
don't
I
call it
hump
hump
my
day.
wife.
I didn't need to be availed of that information.
I'm just a
And
sharer.
I've already forgotten it. If you were to pick a nut, don't.
I
don't
can tell you
talk
again
to me. if you were to pick a day of the week, let's
Right,
scratch Wednesday out.
I'm just going to put it on hold
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
If that's the kind
Yeah.
of vernacular you need.
because I will be going back.
You were to pick a day of the week that
Right.
might be a great one for resting, for going out for a walk, maybe, for seeing nature, for experiencing what it means to be alive, to be a man in the 21st century, I think.
This is Wednesday stuff if ever I've heard it.
I know, but we've got rid of Wednesday because
Oh, okay. If not Wednesday,
Yeah.
then.
it's going to be
Saturday. Saturday. I love a big rest on a Saturday.
because remember on Saturday there's the great calamity. So maybe
Oh yeah.
maybe you've overslept and you didn't get up in time
all the way through
'cause the
Sunday
sun starts to come.
into
No, what was that? Sunday.
Oh, Sunday. Oh, right. Yeah. Okay.
I
I
tell you
think.
what,
Are we free?
I talked.
Are we free down there? Yeah. We're free.
I've just got to say, like, I meet a lot of people in this business, obviously.
Yeah.
And it's so rare that I feel this kind of simpatico because I don't know if you noticed.
You have a dwarf wife as well.
I don't, but
Do you want one? Because we're looking to, like I say, I'm a sharer.
that's lovely. And no, but
Wednesdays are mine.
what I was saying is there was a connection there, and I don't know if you were even aware of it because obviously I'm holding
aroused as hell.
your fate in my hands in this A4 piece of
Go
not
on.
paper, but kind of post paper.
Yeah.
And I was fishing for a day, and you just you just came out with it quick as you like. First, I think it was the first one you said. Sunday. Yeah, Sunday.
Oh, yeah. Well, if you like, yeah.
I've got for you tonight. I mean, the sun's already eking away its last drops of indigo ray across the horizon, so you need to get ready, and this is do or die.
What, doesn't that mean? Oh, yeah. Quick, because the sirens.
Yeah, of course, you need to be inside before the gases start to leak.
Exactly.
I've got for you not one, not three, not even four, 2 tickets.
Wow.
2. And I can't stress this enough. This is the opening night of a brand new piece.
Wow. A brand new piece.
A brand new piece in the sense that it's been reimagined by the last remaining visionary. The last one who hasn't been mutated by the wasteland into a kind of goblin hell.
Kelsey Grammer.
He was the first to go.
Oh.
Some said he was actually
Gone before.
He was the canary in the coal mine that warned us it was all too late. I don't know if you've seen the posters for the man from La Mancha.
I have, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's already looking concerning, the great big right-wing freak.
I think he had that war costume himself.
For sure. And didn't know that they were taking a poster that day. I've got for you 2 tickets to the opening night of Sunday in the Park with George, the greatest piece of art ever made.
I love that. Absolutely
You do?
love it. Yeah, I know it. No, I know it. Yeah.
Ah, I didn't have you pegged for
I was a Sond baby back in the days.
That's incredible, so was I.
Wow, you were a Sond. We're Sond baby twins.
Let's not consider ourselves that, but it's good to, again, it's
My
just
wife will be
reinforcing.
so pleased.
Don't tell her about it. It's reinforcing that.
She'll say,
No, she won't. Whatever it is, she won't. Now there's a twist to this story.
okay.
You'll remember, because obviously I don't want to patronise you. You probably saw the original. Mandy Patinkin, Bernadette Peters,
Hero.
bunch of other guys. The
Remember when he
person-
grew that huge beard? What a hero.
and then shaved it in the interval
Amazing.
every day, sometimes twice a day.
It was a role
shows,
that
eh?
few could play.
Absolutely, you have to be prolific of facial hair growth, and Mandy
Her suit of the
absolute-
face.
Absolutely, he nailed that in every way. He's of course dead now because nice people don't survive
Well, no.
the onslaught that is post-apocalyptic.
Actually, I just think he's probably in America.
Oh, so he's probably fine.
He's probably fine. It doesn't want to come here
Yeah, no,
because
that's
it's a
understandable.
hellscape.
That's I guess that's fair enough.
Apart
Although-
from
this
home.
chlorinated chicken,
Me and my
and
lovely
your
wife.
your lovely wife,
A lovely
absolutely.
little wife.
We've shipped someone over, especially for this performance, and it's going to be quite something. He's got an original take on the character, but also on the score.
That's interesting. I don't know many who.
No, you
Oh my God! Is it Kendrick? Oh my God! It's Kendrick.
No.
It's
But you're in the right vein because this is an even, dare I say it, more superior rapster, a rap singer. The legend of rap. I think Kendrick himself, K. Dot, were you to put him on the spot and say, look, Kenny, come out with it. who's the best of all time? Who's
Go
the
like
GOAT?
MF Doom or something.
He'd be like, oh, I don't know. Me? And you'd be like, don't drop the attitude, Kendrick. I know it's what got you where you are. There's a certain braggadocio to the game.
You've got to like inspire a bit
bravado.
of humility.
But if you caught him in a real serious moment of reflection, he would pull out his phone. They still have those over in America.
Wow.
He'd load up God's own Twitter app, the twitter.com. It's a bluebird and it speaks mostly racist nonsense.
I thought the bluebirds only came at night.
Yeah,
They're
well,
always
here.
trying to steal my small wife.
Yeah, of course, over here, because they've been heavily mutated and turned into great big goblin freak towels. But here we have, who's this? At I can make it out, Lin, Lin. Lin Manuel Miranda as George. As the eponymous Sunday in the Park with George.
Now,
2 tickets, take 'em or leave 'em.
I hate him
No.
and I hate everything he stands for.
Just because he blocked you on Twitter.
He's perhaps the one thing from the before world that I remember and that I hate.
That's really interesting because they say that hate and love are basically neighbours.
So how good is he in the role?
Well, I guess let me ask you this. How much better do you think the show would be if you took all the music out and replaced it with Lynn rambling? Because I'm here to say much.
Oh, really?
And you're going to be in for a treat.
Is it something you personally
I-
would like to see?
Produce this piece.
Wow.
I've been organising it for years. Day in, day out, toiling to get his people and my people, which is just me.
And I can only assume these are the last 2 tickets available. It must be sold.
They're the only 2.
The
performance-
Where is the performance?
It's here. It's starting in 3 minutes. And if you're not in, then you're very much out.
I'm already in. Could I not just stand here and not buy the ticket?
You, I suppose, technically could, but it's not really cricket, is it? You in?
I'm in.
Give us your wife. Scene.
Oh,
Wow,
thank God.
most offensive
You
one
saved me from having to do quite the effect. Got to get it out of the way before the end of the year, of course.
Absolutely, because 2019 is the final year. You've heard it on this show first and hopefully only. that dwarf
Imagine if we
joke's
found
around.
out, like, Chapo Trap House had picked up on our... This is the last year
the
for
dwarf
dwarf
feelers
jokes.
that we're
Yeah.
putting out. Well, I do hope not. I don't really know what happened in that episode, and I can't remember much of it, and so I guess it's probably wise to just append an apology here and now
100%.
for anything that we might have said.
Sorry that it was grotesque.
I don't know if, well, oh, you mean like your bits? That's fair. No, Declan does get very into it sometimes,
You
and
did-
it's quite alarming to see.
You did go into one of your big Isaacisms of drinking from the teat of X.
Yeah, no, I will.
You do-
I will do that.
yeah,
It's
you
because I'm reading a book
love
about
it.
dairy,
And
and
you-
it's really in my mind a lot, in a sick way.
You were talking about the urethra.
I don't
well.
don't recall. No, I don't think that was me, and I don't think it was this episode. So I reject that on 2 counts, and it suffices only to say that none of those opinions are ours, apart from the good ones.
Yep.
Everything was a great big joke farce. Declan's very sorry for bringing this feature up, and we'll be doing it again sometime.
Yeah, definitely.
We've got a bunch of ways to get in touch with the show, and now that you've seen what happens when you don't, maybe you'll be a bit more.
One big threat.
It's either the robot or we're going to just make shit up for an hour.
Make shit up as it goes along.
One of the best ways to get in touch is email. You've all got it. You all love it. It's tas@shame.city. That's TAS. It stands for That's a Shame and That's This Show. It only stood for the first 3 of those words. I should have made that clear. We've got Twitter as well. You'll have heard it get name checked in our last skit. And that was really just me foreshadowing
Setting up this,
which
yeah.
I now hand over to you.
At That's a Shamecast for
Thank
the
you.
show. At Isaac BD for Isaac. And at DE Delane for myself.
Absolutely. We've got a Discord server, and you know what? It's banging.
It's there.
It's there for sure. Discord.com. No, shame.city/Discord. Or you can just go on discord.com. Maybe there's some other ones
Maybe
there.
there's just a link. Maybe we're on the homepage.
Who knows? Like, it's always worth checking
Could
these
be.
things.
You can Wommy Bomb. Tell
you
a
should.
friend
You should, Wommy
about
Bomb.
about the show.
Maybe, pick an episode of your choice.
Not this one. Don't be telling them to listen to this.
Tell them not to.
Tell someone you don't like to listen to this.
Yeah, get them to skip it. And then if you really don't like them, just chuck them in the middle of the block switch, proj.
Perfect.
And they'll be broken, let me tell you. Last but not least, we've got our Patreon over at patreon.com/shamecity. Yes, it's there.
You know, it's one of these things, you know, we do give you quality like today for free.
It's weird, isn't it?
If you're going to be a decent person, if you'd weigh it up, you'd say, I should be paying for this.
You'd be like, that's a Six Skull episode.
It feels, you know, it must feel obscene.
I'd feel sick with myself
not to be paying for that.
Well, you're at that point, you're
like
an audio
sort of
leech.
theft.
Yeah, you're a big parasitic tapeworm sitting in the ear canal, and that's a place that no worm should ever be. And that's just my opinion. I don't know if you want to co-sign on that.
I'm actually not going to.
You love the worms in the ear.
Yeah.
Interesting revelation there. So that's over at patreon.com/shamecity, where we have already recorded 2 of our 3 bonus quickfire shames for the month.
That's exceptional.
One of them's already out. Another one's going to be out. I've scheduled it. Can you believe?
Wow.
Coming out next week.
For when?
I'm not going to tell them because that
big
makes a surprise
episode.
This is thoughtful. I always make it early enough in the day so that it will be there for your commute. If you're in the UK. And if you're in America, it'll be in the middle of the night, so it'll be there anyway. And we've got our month in shame coming up, hurtling towards the end of March, so we'll be doing another of those. I thought the first one went well, so we'll do...
It was a good episode.
Yeah, we'll keep doing that.
And we can say that because only 2 people have access to it. So if you want to make sure that we're telling the truth,
get involved.
Get on board.
Until next week, when we'll be doing something very structured and very precise, very measured. I've been Isaac. You've been...
I've been Declan.
See you in the wastelands.
Bye.
The bare necessities, the simple bare necessities. Forget about your worries and your strife. I mean the bare necessities, oh Mother Nature's recipes that bring the bare necessities of life. Wherever I wander, wherever I roam, I couldn't be fonder of my big home. The bees are buzzing in the tree to make some honey just for me. The bare necessities of life will come to you. For the bare necessities, the simple bare necessities. Forget about your worries and your strife. I mean the bare necessities, oh Mother Nature's recipes that bring the bare necessities of life. Wherever I wander, wherever I roam, I couldn't be fonder, my new home. The bees are buzzing in the tree to make some honey just for me. The bare necessities of life will come to you. Necessities, the bare necessities, the bare necessities of life will come to you.